Peace. Let's see what we do here. All right. There you go. All right. It's not my best look, but here we go. All right. I have been watching the news and I have been seeing what's been going on. I've been reading about kids being little asses, coughing on food. I've been watching these self-entitled little brats act like they're the only people in the world that matter. I've been watching kids ignoring the rules, being told to obey about not hanging out together. And I've had it. I have fucking had it. I am an expert at what I do. I raise kids and I help parents raise kids. But these kids, we're done. I've had it with this self-entitled, mollycoddled, politically corrected way that we've raised our kids. It is obviously not working. You hear me? Do you get it? This everybody wins, everybody gets 6 or 7 chances, everybody gets to do things over and over. Well, you know what? The big bad world at a time like this is showing us that that's not how it rolls. That is not how it rolls. There are rules, there are consequences, and it is our job as a society to get off our lazy asses, stand up tall, be the adults, guide and lead our children with a no-nonsense, fair, consistent way of raising kids without all this, oh, honey, oh, I'm so sorry that you hit Johnny with a stick. That was very unkind. No, the kid hits with a stick, they go sit time out, they get told that's it, you don't get to play with them, and when you're done, you go back and apologize. Enough. Enough of this. Oh, that's really, honey, please don't hit mommy. That's not kind. You know what? Your kid hits you. You take them and firmly escort them in the room. You say, you keep your hands to yourself. That is not acceptable. Body to yourself. And you use a firm tone of voice. I am not saying we need to beat our kids, but by gum, we better get off our asses and take back our power as parents because this is bullshit. I have never been so incensed in my life. When I'm seeing these kids, oh, I deserve this break. Pardon me? You deserve? I'm sorry. No, you don't. You don't deserve this big spring break where you guys are all getting together, putting more and more people at risk, more and more people at danger because you can't think beyond the end of your nose about anyone else but the great and wonderful you. Hello. McFly. Do you guys remember that show? Enough. This is the time where we have an opportunity to make some huge changes. This is the time where we can step up as parents and get our kids back to respecting adults, respecting authority, respecting rules. And if you are told you may not be within 6 inches of being with or 6 feet of being with someone, then you bloody well don't get beside them. You knock it off. You do what you're told. It's come now where this is a life and death issue. This is not just, oh, don't play near your friends. You guys are, he has a cold. This is life and death. You have got to get control of your kids. You have got to stop babying them. You have got to stop making their lives so simple. You've got to stop getting in their way from learning that life has consequences. That when we allow our children to run amok and tantrum and scream and hit and get what they want, that we are doing nothing but setting ourselves up for the demise of our society as we know it. It's present. You could see it every day. I watch kids at playgrounds. I watch teenagers hanging out in groups. I see it on the media with the guys down at whatever it is, Daytona on their spring break. I see it with the kids in my own neighborhood. And I see it where they think it's funny. It's funny to cough on food because, oh, isn't that just a great time? It's not. We need to grab our set of kahunas and parent our bloody kids. If you aren't willing to do that, don't have them. All these years of us being so kind and being so politically correct and removing any sense of kids having a respect and a healthy, I'm going to repeat this, a healthy fear, respect. It's a line that we walk where, I'm not going to do that because that would be a really bad idea. Remember that feeling we had when we were kids? Oh, I can't do that. My mom will kill me. I'm not going to do that. God, my dad will kill me. And you didn't. It was a way for us to be able to rely on our parents' authority, our parents' consistency, our parents' clarity of right and wrong, of acceptable and unacceptable. And we have let that go to hell in a handbasket. And we're paying for it. In a time of crisis, the way we are right now, where not being around other people, we're maintaining that space, we're being told not to do certain things, are life and death, and we have kids that are basically flipping us the bird because we didn't have the balls to stand up and tell our kids, knock it off. We've been so busy giving them all ribbons and telling them what a good job you've done for a minimum base effort. We have taken away the ability to praise kids that have really busted their butts and done something awesome and mitigated all that because we don't want anybody to feel left out. I've watched parents and I've seen it where the parents are run by their children. I can't even tell you how much that upsets me. It's wrong. There's a reason you are the adult. That's why we aren't born. The kids don't bring us into the world. We do. And it's our fault if it gets screwed up. It's our fault. You need to go and look in the mirror. Are you putting up with your kids' crap? Are you putting up with them mouthing you off, lipping you off? I'm not going to eat that. I don't like that. Are you giving them whatever toy just to shut them up and pacify them when you're in the store? Or are you going to go, we're going in the store, we're going to get this and this and this, and then when we're done, we're doing that. If you choose to throw a tantrum or you choose not to follow the rules, you're going to the car. Boom, done. It's not a negotiation. It is not a something that like two adults would discuss. This is your child. There's a time for compromise, and there's a time to be clear with your kids. I teach people to be clear with their kids because this is absolutely out of control. Take a look. Go look out your window. You tell me if you don't see a bunch of teenagers or a bunch of young adults or carloads of people that you know for a fact are not family. And you tell me if that they're being respectful of everyone else. They aren't. Oh, listen, there are lots of kids that are awesome. Do not get me wrong. And there are a lot of parents who've done a bang up, fantastic job despite the rest of society. Despite the rest of society, they have done a bang up, awesome job. And I am just so grateful that there are parents like that. So if you think that it's okay that your kid hits you, yells at you, tantrums to get what they want, runs away laughing at you, doesn't listen to you when you say sit, we need to talk. Because you can either love me or you can hate me. But what I'm saying is true. And I'm not sugarcoating it for anybody anymore. I'm Auntie Karina. I'm an expert at what I do. I am an expert at kids. So if you want to get it together, you want to put yourself back in that position of respect through consistency, clarity, you'll be talking to me. But if you're happy with the way it is, you won't. One or two things. You're either going to make a change and take back your role as a parent, and ergo, you'll be giving the teachers back their power. And let me clarify. Power is not, I'm not talking about power in an abusive way. I'm talking about power in a way that if Johnny acts like a little toad in class and won't get his crap together after he has been warned and warned and warned, he's going to detention. Or he is writing a letter of apology. Or if Mary decides it's a great thing to do is to go and pinch her girlfriends or scream and yell at them and they're going skating the next day, that they don't get to go skating because you can't keep your act together. Clear, logical consequences with follow through. You don't need to raise a finger to your kid. Neither do you need to raise your voice, but you need to drop your tone, look them dead in the eye, and let them know under no circumstances are you putting up with this. Old-fashioned? Hell yeah, proud of it. Putting in a little bit of modern day talk? I think it's a good mix. Like I said, you guys can pass this on. You guys can delete it. You figure out what you're going to do. You figure out what you're going to do for the rest of the time while you're home with your kids. You can decide right now whether you are going to put up with their crap and perpetuate this nonsense where these kids are showing so much disrespect in a life and death situation where they refuse to obey things that will save people or will kill people. It's not a joke. Parenting is not a joke. I take it very seriously. It's about time the rest of us did too. So think about it. You know where I am. Let's talk. Let's put the power back in parenting because it's high time. Because this, it ain't working. It ain't working. So what are you going to do? Talk to you soon. Go think about it.